Tell your brother when I see him, I'm going to kill him.
Okay.
I don't care who see me, I'm going to kill him.
Do you recall speaking to detectives about the night that Nut was killed?
Yeah.
And your response is, between us men, I want to say they had something to do with it, about whether or not Thug knew you were talking to the police.
I wasn't concerned.
And then when they asked you who was the they, do you recall saying Thug and them?
Okay.
Day 92 of the Young Thug YSL RICO trial was intriguing. Woody gets questioned about him snitching to detectives on multiple occasions. He admits to telling detectives that Thug and Shannon had something to do with Donovan Thomas's murder. Yeah, another hilarious day with Woody up on the stand. This guy's a character, but I mean, bro snitched in 2015, like straight up. You're gonna see, hit subscribe, here we go. First look at Thug on day 92. Shannon Stowell's looking at the camera. All right, Woody's back up on the stand, let's go.
Girlfriend at the time and your child was being shot at. Do you remember seeing any of the individuals who shot at you?
I never saw no one that shot at me at the time.
Period of time where the detective left the room and you were speaking with your girlfriend and you told her that you knew who shot at you.
I never saw nobody. I never saw who shot at me. If I saw who shot at me, I would never tell the police who shot at me.
That when the detective left the room, you said to your girlfriend, this shit not gonna work. Sit right here and be a damn snitch, so I'm gonna keep going. Do you recall telling your girlfriend that?
I don't recall.
Okay. And then she responded, so, you might be effect on the listener.
I'll rule the objection, sir.
She said, you should have just said, no, I thought you know all of them. And you said to her, I do know who it was. Do you recall telling her that?
I know that I knew that I was being recorded. So I kind of knew what I was doing.
And then you said, I saw him. I did. When he jumped out the car, I know exactly who I saw.
Nobody never got the car, so this clearly proved that I knew what I was doing.
Do you recall telling your girlfriend that?
I don't recall what I told her.
You told your girlfriend it was Tay and them who did this to you.
I don't recall.
Was it Tay that shot at your vehicle?
I don't believe so.
Being concerned about being labeled a snitch.
I don't care about what I'm being labeled as.
So bro was fully aware he was in there telling on people. He can go and testify and act dumb, but I mean...
To your knowledge, how many of your family members' homes have been shot up back in 2015 after Nut died?
Overrule, sir.
I can't recall.
Was your brother's home shot at?
No.
Was your girlfriend's mother's home shot at?
Yes.
Was your sister's home shot at?
Yes.
Was your grandmother's home shot at?
No.
Did you think you were being retaliated against?
Huh?
Oh, he knows what that means. He said in multiple interviews he was scared for his life.
When all the shootings were happening at your family members' homes, did you think you were being retaliated against?
I didn't think.
Did you know?
Clearly.
Oh, okay.
Why were you being
Close.
retaliated against?
Because people said I killed Nut.
And do you know who was doing the retaliation?
No.
That it was a whole gang after you.
Anytime the investigator talked to me,
Here we go.
I do not recall what I have told them. I told them whatever I think that I need to tell them to convince them to start watching me.
Was there a whole gang after you?
I don't know.
Do you recall telling Detective Copeland,
Detective who?
excuse me, Detective Copeland, Detective Curry,
Now I'm a detective.
or was it, I made a mistake.
He said, now I'm a detective.
I know if I tell you what's going on, they're going to be on records and all this here. And you're going to get him locked up and he's going to get his discovery package. First thing they're going to do is send it to two places, to the street and to prison, and float it all around the city of Atlanta and then all around prison. But my name's over that. I'm not going that way. No, I'm not going through none of that. Look, they shot at me, my girl, and my baby. Almost shot my face off as we're running. Were you concerned about snitching in this interview?
I was concerned trying to get my story together, so I was trying to buy time.
Did you want the police to go and find the people who actually killed Nut so that people would stop retaliating against you?
Yeah.
If it was really YSL members that killed Nut and he wanted them to get arrested, that's crazy because that's his friends.
You knew one of them. I know you knew one of them. Your face tells the story. Now, out of all the ones, I mean, you might know the other ones, but I know you know one of them because the face tells the story. Because the face tells the story of somebody being close that you trusted. And your response was, it ain't that. The truth is, I wouldn't say that person because I'm not 100% sure, but I know only one person.
What's the base of your objection, sir?
Foundation, predicate.
Okay. Foundation and predicate. I'll sustain the objection.
On my daughter's life, when they called put up on me, all I saw was a gun come out the window. They said, I never seen no one face. As they was questioning me, they constantly kept telling me, you gonna let dudes shoot at you and your kids and this and that. And I'm telling them, and they won't believe me that I'm telling them, I didn't see nobody's face. I didn't see nobody's face. And then after a while, I got tired of asking me, so I don't recall if I just went ahead and said, yeah, I seen Tay. I don't know how it came out, but in my heart, and still to this day in my heart, I do not believe Tay had anything to do with me getting shot at.
Do you recall telling your girlfriend when it was just the two of you, I did when he jumped out the car. I know exactly who I saw.
I don't, at that point, it was so much pressure on me. Yeah, I mean,
Why would he talk to his girlfriend on video saying he saw someone? That has to be the truth, right? If you're telling your girlfriend that in private, will you think it's private and not being recorded?
And you providing them information about where Tay was from, what part of Atlanta he was from.
I don't recall.
Did he ever threaten you to give a name?
Nah, but he kept asking me to make me say a name, and like how you keep asking me a question, I'm gonna say something to answer you, so you can stop asking me the same question.
Were you concerned about how you were going to survive the attacks on you and your family?
Yes.
And again, were you concerned that because you had already spoken to the police about Nut's homicide, that people were considering you a snitch, that people thought you were a snitch?
I don't get what you're saying. Can you say that again? No, my only concern was, no.
He paid for everything, but all of them, now, they all come out here, they think I'm a snitch.
I always got my own money. When I need money, I knew how to go get it.
Would Thug give you money at times?
I'm not a handout type of person.
Would Thug give you money at times?
I never asked Thug for no money.
Would Thug give you money at times?
I can't recall if he gave me money, but I never asked him for no money.
Were you concerned that young Thug had washed his hands of you?
No, I didn't eat Thug.
And your response, yeah, because I came and talked to the detectives. and then folks in the street saying, I'm a snitch, I'm a snitch, I'm a snitch. Nobody don't want to hang around me. It's like, what the hell? What the hell all this come from? Do you recall telling the police that?
That smile, man. They putting all his quotes out there in front of everyone.
The police so concerned about Thug, I would remove myself from him. On my child life, once again, I never seen no one face that was in that car shoot at me. At any time, if they got out the car, to this point, I never knew who shot at me.
Is he lying now in the courtroom, or was he lying to his girlfriend? Because why would he lie to his girlfriend privately?
So when that detective was asking me, I just had to come up with something. I got no reason to lie about it. I didn't see nobody who shot at me. So y'all going back into interrogation when I'm telling you the truth. I don't know who shot at me. I have told them I didn't know. When they're going to keep asking me, make me know, okay, cool, I'm going to say I'm done.
When she showed you a photographic lineup, and you actually eventually pointed Tate out of a photographic lineup.
Because I know Gate, you know what I mean?
He pointed him out in the lineup? As a gang member, you're not supposed to do shit like that, right? You could do that if you're a civilian, but not as a gang member.
Why did you say Tate did it versus anyone else?
First thing came to my mind.
Why was Tate the first person that came to your mind versus anyone else?
Because in the midst of trying to convince the police so they could leave me alone, I just got shot at. Only thing was in my mind was, get back. Listen, you keep asking me. I told you I don't know who shot at me.
Asked you to leave town. Go somewhere. Go somewhere else. Cobb County, Clayton County. Then she told you to lay low so that you wouldn't get killed?
No, she was saying it because she's saying that my name was, she just said my name kept coming up a lot.
Right, so she did not want you to be harmed. So why would she have it out for you?
I see the objection moving the phrase.
Outside of the interviews, would you talk to Gaither? Would you call Gaither on the phone?
No. The only time I talked to Gaither is when she called, but it was never about nothing in the streets or nothing.
Bro was on the phone with Detective Gaither?
Hey, Miss Copeland, your name involved in the shooting. We want you downtown. This only time she called me, hey, Miss Copeland, they say you shot up this person's house. We need you downtown. I don't recall me and her having no conversations about nothing.
Did you know about Lucci's mother's home being shot at?
What you mean?
Were you aware that Lucci's mother's home was shot at?
Huh? No.
Do you remember telling Detective Gaither and Detective Dennis that Lucci's mama and dad got shot? So Nick called Big Boo's phone, and we was at Big Boo's house. Do you recall telling them that?
I don't recall.
It's $20,000, man. There's $20,000 on their head, or whatever they said. And you heard that conversation.
I don't recall.
And you kept telling that person that you did not shoot up his mother's house. Do you recall doing that?
I don't recall.
$20,000 on their head.
Who were your friends that you spent the most time with?
My friends. You want me to name every single person? I'm not about to name every single person.
Okay. So who are the people that you would spend the most time with?
Is it crazy to say that I would genuinely want to hang out with this guy? And like, this motherfucker seems funny as hell in like a normal setting.
Back in 2015, did you trust Little D?
Nope.
Do you recall telling Detective Gaither and Dennis, I really have my trust in him? Speaking about Little D.
You said I really had my trust in him?
Yes.
No, man.
Bro is baffled by that. He's like, no, man. No, man.
Have you ever had the occasion to give Nut back items that were stolen from him back in 2015 before he passed away?
Yeah.
Okay. First, who stole the items?
I didn't.
Do you recall telling me the other day that you did take the items?
Yeah. I said, I don't.
She's catching him in a lie about stealing shit from Nut. Apparently it's Nut items.
I told him a friend of mine stole it.
Okay. Did you tell me something differently?
I probably did.
Do you remember what you told me? Do you recall telling me that you actually stole those items, but you did give it back to him?
You have an objection? Basis.
Steele said she's testifying as to personal knowledge.
When you gave the items back to him, do you remember where you were? Do you remember what the items were that you gave back to him?
His driver license, phone, and his necklace.
He had Donovan Thomas's necklace? Bro, this whole story is there's so many moving parts to this story. It's so confusing sometimes, and I've been watching every day of this fucking trial.
Do you remember being concerned in that interview about being labeled a snitch as well?
I don't remember.
I've watched the 2021 interrogation, and he was definitely scared about being labeled a snitch and being on paperwork a lot. He didn't want to be on paperwork officially as like an informant.
Trying to encourage you to tell them who did it so she can help you so you don't have to be getting shot at in the streets.
But if I already told them Tay did it, why would she be asking me that?
Because you recall this being the first interview with Gaither. You had not met Gaither prior to this interview.
I don't remember what me and Gaither talked about.
Okay. And remember asking how you would snitch when somebody was trying to kill you and your baby. How was that snitching?
If there was the truth, why would I wait till later or at any point and say anything to the police? It's self-explanatory.
What is self-explanatory?
The whole thing. You sitting here talking about what I told to the investigator, and I'm so concerned about being labeled a snitch. So why would I tell them the truth to anything if they trying to say I'm concerned about being labeled a snitch? So if I'm gonna tell them something that sooner or later gonna get out in the streets, why would I be concerned about being labeled a snitch? It doesn't make sense.
Do you recall being reluctant to tell the detectives who it was?
No, I was trying to buy time to come up with something to tell them so they can get up off me or let me out of jail.
So did you meet with Detective Gaither the next day after you met with the first investigator?
Yeah.
Back-to-back days? Different investigators? Bro was singing for the hills to anyone.
Did you ever try just telling the truth to get out of jail?
Have I? Probably. I don't.
Bro just said probably to tell him the truth. He just admitted right there he snitched.
And they constantly thinking that I seen somebody shoot at me. And I keep telling them I didn't see nobody shoot at me. They don't want to believe me, so what I got to do then? And if I feel like this is the only reason I'm going to jail, I got to stick to what I don't tell her.
So why tell your girlfriend that? When no police are in the room,
I don't know.
why tell your girlfriend that?
I don't know. I don't recall me sitting there just telling her that. I don't even...
You might not recall telling your girlfriend that, but you sure did.
How his name even came about from the start.
Do you recall providing Detective Gaither a picture of Tay before ever even getting into the interview room?
No.
Bro provided a picture? This man might as well become a cop. He's already halfway there.
You told her, I gave you a picture of him.
I don't recall.
And do you recall her pulling up the picture and showing you the picture in the interview on her phone?
I recall her showing me a picture of him.
And do you recall not really wanting to point him out on there?
Because I knew at that point what she was doing. They was forcing me to say it was him who shot me. Because I like I keep telling you now. And to this day, I still feel as in they did that. Like I never seen him shoot at me. Even when they called me, tried to get me to come to trial on it, I told them I'm not coming to trial because I never saw who shot at us.
Were you concerned about being labeled a snitch because of what was happening to your cousin?
My only concern was not being able to protect my family.
That you were concerned because your cousin was being tortured because he was labeled a snitch.
My only concern was being in jail and not able to protect my family.
His cousin's a snitch too? The whole family is snitches.
Say that again.
In this interview, do you recall being shown a photographic lineup?
I think so.
Not wanting to sign the photographic lineup.
Right.
Why didn't you want to sign the photographic lineup?
Because in my heart, I didn't see who shot at me, and they constantly kept trying to say, they kept pushing me to say, to make me think that I saw somebody I know I didn't see.
He didn't want the file to come out with his signature next to a lineup.
Now, in June of 2015, were you arrested for having a gun at the Dunbar Recreation Center?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was playing basketball. The police came there and locked me up.
So this motherfucker brought an assault rifle and a H&M plastic bag in a recreational gymnasium with children and like over 20 people in there to play basketball. He puts it on the bleachers and goes and play basketball, right? Someone sees it and calls the cops. How brain dead are you? The most hot boy shit I've ever heard. A AR inside a H&M bag.
I had a basketball in my hand.
Was there a gun also at the Dunbar?
They say it was.
I had a basketball. He's probably on camera walking in with that bag too.
I was placed in handcuffs and walked out. I don't know.
Did you have a gun inside of an H&M bag while at the Dunbar Recreation Center?
I was in the recreation center playing basketball. I had my shirt off with no gun on me playing basketball.
So your answer is no, that you did not have a gun at the...
But I'm saying, well, I was playing basketball. When I looked up, I seen a whole bunch of police in there walking towards me, put my hand behind my back, and asked me, was it bad mine? I said, I don't know nothing about no bad. They said, if they find out that their gun or their bad was mine, they gonna come back and lock me up. I said, do your job. They let me go.
And did they let you go that first day?
They let me go.
All right. Did they eventually arrest you for that gun in that bag?
They did.
All right. And was that the gun that was purchased by Quindarius Zachary for you?
I guess.
What blood set were you a part of?
She's asked him this before and he just said just the blood. So maybe he says something different here.
What blood set what I was part of?
Yes, sir.
I wasn't part of no real blood set.
Did you ever claim to be a Billy Blood?
I said I was. I don't know what I told them in when they questioned me.
Did you consider yourself part of the gang YSL?
It's an improper question.
I didn't mean for you to speak. I just want you to give me a basis.
702, the base province of the
Overrule, sir.
Defense has probably ejected 10 to 15 times today in only like an hour of testimony. And I think the judge overruled probably 85% of it.
Part of YSL, the gang.
Gang, I consider myself 372.
And do you remember how long the interview was?
It was long.
Do you remember being about 9 hours?
It was long.
Bro did a 9-hour interview. Holy shit. That is so long.
In the course of that interview, did you speak with multiple detectives?
Yeah, I did.
And did you also speak with them about Young Thug?
Yes.
And did you talk with them about Little D from Mechanicsville?
Yes.
And what about Shannon?
Yes.
Bro was talking about all his friends with detectives for 9 hours.
Got to that interview, did you believe that people were trying to kill you?
Uh-huh.
Why did you think people were trying to kill you?
Because I was paranoid. People were shooting at me.
Did you tell the detectives in this June 10th interview that everyone in the world is trying to kill me because they think I told on them?
No, I told them that people were trying to kill me because they said I killed Nut.
So what I think the prosecutor's going for here is that he was telling detectives that Thug was going to kill him because Thug thought he snitched on him.
Thug's sister ever text you regarding you going to the police about Nut's murder?
I texted her and told her that I was going to kill Thug when I get a chance. That's what you talking about?
No, but why did you text her that you were going to kill Thug when you get a chance?
Because I let a lot of people get in my ear.
And what did they get in your ear about?
A whole lot of stuff. People coming to me every 5 minutes with something. about not just Thug, it was just a lot of people, but mainly most people was coming to me about Thug.
What a shit show. So who knows if he's telling the truth, but he had people in his ear saying Thug was coming after him and shit. He was getting paranoid, but he was a snitch. I mean, this is what fucking happens when you're snitching.
What were they telling you such that you thought in your mind you wanted to kill him?
That watch him because everybody saying I killed Nut and they didn't want it on them, so they gonna, I don't know, put it on me. I don't know. Like, it was so many different people just telling me stuff. So
Why would you be plotting on Thug?
I don't recall.
That Dolly texted you and was cursing you out.
Yeah,
Do you recall texting Dolly, damn, your brother's trying to have me killed?
I probably have
Okay. Why would you text her that?
because I thought what I was said to somebody else had got back to him.
So what did you tell somebody else that you thought got back to him?
I don't recall.
Bro, I guarantee there's some jurors that are just completely lost. I mean, think about this. They've been in there for 8 months. How do these people survive? Like, genuinely, how do they have money? I would have been gone. I would have faked a fucking heart attack by now, dude.
Do you recall speaking to detectives about the night that Nut was killed?
Yeah,
Long story short, the detectives was calling my phone and he was right there. And they asked you, Thug was right there? And you said, yeah. So I answered the phone and he's looking at me like this, but I don't know what's going on. They asked you, why is he looking like that? And you said, because he see me answering the phone for them.
no, he told me that when I answered the phone, I answered my phone on speaker. So it was my baby mama calling saying that the investigators want to talk to me. I was like, for what? And that's when he said, he got on the phone, asked me, could I come down there and interview him? Thug like, going down there. I text their phone. I called his sister and told her, tell your brother when I see him, I'm going to kill him.
Okay.
I don't care who see me, I'm going to kill him. Me and her were arguing on the phone.
What a terrible way to plot to kill someone. You're gonna go tell his sister that you're plotting on killing him. That's gonna go well. Jesus Christ.
As me and her were arguing on the phone, I got mad and hang up the phone. Nah, I don't think I texted. I told her over the phone that I was going to kill him.
But was that in response of you asking her whether or not he was trying to kill you?
Oh, no, I didn't ask her nothing
So why did you tell the detectives that?
because it's the detective. The police gonna tell me what come out the D. E come out the D, I think. A, B, C, D, E. Man, I don't know, man. I'm not about to go through all that. You know what I mean? Like, this is the investigators. They locking me up. They targeting me. They constantly.
Bro's doing the alphabet.
You said, do I believe the truth gonna hurt Thug?
Yes.
That'll be his problem.
Right. But if you're in this state of mind, why would you be in there just telling lies?
That'll be his problem. It's crazy.
Because that's what the police after. They locking me up, but they are after him.
Why were you so concerned about whether or not Thug knew you were talking to the police?
I wasn't concerned.
That's a lie, because clearly you were in the interview.
Why does it matter to Thug if you're talking to the police or not, if he has no say in what happened with Nut? And your response is, between us men, I want to say they had something to do with it.
What about it?
Do you recall telling that to the detectives?
Probably, yeah.
They had something to do with it. Bro was snitching on all his boys that they had something to do with Donovan Thomas's murder.
And then when they asked you who was the they, do you recall saying Thug and them?
Okay.
Did you recall saying that?
Like, yeah.
Bro is a rat.
And then they said Thug and them who? And you said Shannon and Bentley.
Yeah.
Why would you say that?
Because it's the investigators. Because they know me and him be together. It's easy to shit was saying to get. I don't know. Like I told you, it's the state of mind I was in. When the police got me, I was doing a lot of stuff. I was, man, like it just caught me early in the morning. Like,
This is mental gymnastics to try to not look like a snitch, but bro, you snitched. All right, boys, that's it for day 92. It was a half day, so literally like an hour and a half of testimony, not even that. We know that Woody straight up snitched on everyone right there at the end, and him and Thug apparently wanted to kill each other. I wonder what the jury's thinking, because I don't know if this is too productive for a juror's mind, but comment down below what you guys think. Hit subscribe. Love you guys. Peace out.